Alright. So, we're getting to, well, alright, so, Raw and SmackDown, I don't see how that any of this is entertaining with the women. I don't see, I mean, Sasha, again, she lost at, WrestleMania, something, and to a rookie, and to someone who's not even that talented, not really talented in the ring, and people are like, oh my god, that's so great, Bianca is champion. Her first title at WrestleMania, her first time, in a main event, let alone a title match. What? And she wins it on her first try. That's so bull, so dumb. Whatever. Now she's feuding with Bayley, I guess, because yeah. Don't get it at all. I mean, what? She, again, she's a rookie and she beat Sasha that fast. Or not that fast, but her first time, I'm not buying it. And I don't buy her promos, I don't buy her wording at all. I don't buy her footwork in the ring, I don't buy anything of hers. Let alone her merchandise, I'm not buying. They just don't get the praise. And people are happy with it, fine, cool. That's all good. I'm not gonna, I'll be in the minority with that. Bayley, I'm not a fan of. And again, they did the stupid. It's like they didn't even write Sasha off. She had an interview and she didn't even say nothing in the interview, I don't believe. She's had a mean face, and then, alright, that's enough for her. Take her out for a pay-per-view or so. But she'll probably be back in Hell in a Cell, I guess. Which, who cares at the moment? Oh, does anybody like my new Chucky hat? But anyway, yeah, I'm not I'm not caring much for that. And again, I'm not a fan of Darth Bayley either, but now that she's feuding with Belair again, why didn't they just make it a triple threat match with those two? I mean, I guess because it's two. Again, they wanted to be political and all. Oh, it's two black women, main eventing WrestleMania for the first time. I mean, that's cool, but I would have liked it if it went to Naomi instead of Belair, because Belair or Naomi and Sasha have way more history than Belair and Sasha. Again, she's new to the roster, and they just push her and she had a lame feud on the side with Bayley and teaming with Sasha, so that was lame and boring and torturous to get through. And so again, maybe I know fans are already going crazy over, oh my god, I'll get to Alexa Bliss soon. But yeah, nothing really on SmackDown interesting's going on except that. So again, I guess they'll face each other again at Hell in a Cell, I guess. Bailey Belair, which I'm not excited for. I would have rathered it if Bailey won the title and then, get Belair off out of the picture. Have her feud with somebody else, because I'd rather it be her and Sasha again. Granted, again, I'm not a fan of Bailey, but their Hell in a Cell match was pretty good. I gotta give them credit. I would say it's better than their Takeover Brooklyn, whatever, NXT match that they had years and years ago. That people want to claim, oh, it started the women's thing, whatever. But yeah, I'm not excited for anything with those two. When Sasha will be back, who knows? Let alone, if anything, if I back at SummerSlam, I think that gives her. I think that gives her more, and fans more time to miss her more. So we don't need to hear nothing about her or see anything of her. Don't need to no promos, no pictures, no nothing, no interviews, no nothing. Just have her return at SummerSlam and attack somebody or cause somebody to match or title. I mean, or if I don't know when Money in the Bank's coming, but or you can maybe have her return at Money in the Bank and then I don't know though. I don't know, but that's how I would book her. But on to Raw. Yeah, so we had a stupid, what was it, turmoil match with, it was a triple tag match with Lana, Naomi, Mandy, Lana, May, whatever, a bunch of women in the ring that were teams. Pretty much Shayna and well, yeah, and then pretty much on Raw, Tamina and Natalya win the titles from Shayna and Nia, which I'm like, I know a lot of people are very happy for Tamina, mostly, which I'm not a big fan of Tamina, nor am I a fan of Natalya. I think she's overrated, but it was nice to see at least they're, granted, what I think Tamina's been in the company for like 13 or what they say 13 or 12 years or something. She's been in the company for a long time, and they finally give her a title. Not even like she has never won a singles title, which that's ridiculous. Again, I'm not a fan of her, but even I would be like, that's odd. Long overdue. And granted, she's not really horrible in the ring, but she's not really amazing either. Not even good. She's like just tolerable, I guess. She's like Nia Jax, like she's just tolerable to watch. Nothing really, exciting there. Natalya, I didn't care. Oh, she won. Then she won a title back in the day. So I didn't really care for her win, let alone seeing her on TV. But yeah, they Nia and Shayna, which I'm like, what? So whatever. And so I don't know where this is going because like all of a sudden, Naomi, Lana, Mandy, and Dana won a title match against those two, which I'm like, I don't care. And then they're backstage talking to Sonya and that Adam Cole guy. about that, and then they have Flair, Charlotte Flair, copycat Flair. She decides to show herself backstage. I didn't care about this segment at all. That was dumb. That was boring. Move on. And then they're like, well, you know what? If Charlotte, if you beat Asuka, then maybe we'll consider giving you a title match against Asuka. Against Rhea again. Even though you just had a title match last night, a triple threat match at that, and you lose. Oh, I didn't get pinned, so technically I didn't lose. It doesn't matter. You're in that match. Even if that's like saying, I don't know, but that's like, that didn't make sense to me. What, just because I didn't get pinned, I didn't lose, but the other person got pinned, even though I was part of that match, and I was supposed to stop them from getting pinned, so I can pin that person, and I would have went, whatever. Whatever. That's like saying if you're in a Royal Rumble match, and you decide to roll out the ring, or no, you slip and you fall or something, but you don't go over the ropes. You go between the ropes and then you fall out. So technically you're still in the match because you didn't go all the way over the ropes, but your feet still touch the ground and you're out of the ring. But nope, I'm still part of the match. Whatever. So I can care less about this storyline with Rhea Ripley, who's not really the real Rhea Ripley. Or Ripley, whatever. From Alien and Aliens. I guarantee she would beat the crap out of everybody. Most of them. But, I'm not looking forward to this. Are we having a Hell in a Cell match between Charlotte and Rhea? Probably. Fans are already making posters of them, which I'm like, ugh. So I will gladly skip that match. But on to the real star, Alexa Bliss. Alright. So, she pulled a stunt at WrestleMania, which caused The Fiend to lose against Randy Orton, a single RKO. And then I forget what even happened to. Did he die again or something? But then Bray Wyatt has the Funhouse again. But then he only showed up, I believe, once after WrestleMania on Raw, testifying and praising whoever, whatever, having his little preacher moment, church moment, and that's the last we hear from Bray Wyatt. And then he's just gone. So I don't know what that's all about. And then, so what? Alexa Bliss is now with Lilly, basically Annabelle. Or I wasn't gonna say Chucky, but Lily's nowhere near cool as Chucky. But I don't get what we're doing. Like, what's creative doing with this? Where's this going? Like, we had the same old segment of Alexa Bliss and Lilly at the playground talking about who they're watching. They don't mention who ever, but somebody in red who wears red. What is this, Pretty Little Liars? Are we looking for red coat now? Because they already beat you to it. get it. Where is this going? Like, again, we had this. It's been a month or 2 months or how many months that we have the segment with Bliss and Lilly, or really Bliss just talking and giggling, and she had two special guests. She had the two tag women and there, and I love Tamina's demeanor and like of like looking around like this is a weird place that we're in. Like, how old are you, woman? Acting like you're on a Nick Nickelodeon or Nick Jr. Set, but I mean, again, Alexa Bliss, she does amazing in her role, playing crazy or creepy or whatever. Her comedic timing is good. But this is getting boring because again, I would like to see her in the ring. She's good in the ring. She's not amazing, but she's good in the ring, and she can be really good if they would just let her do what she wants to. If she would, they would have her be more free in the ring and let her, But no, they built that up for nothing. Like, is she gonna face somebody soon? Because I would like that very soon. But who knows? I don't see that happening. So I guess we'll have same old, same old. Oh, I'm giggling. Oh, I'm holding Lilly, and we're talking and gossiping over and over and swinging on swings because we can, just to be creepy. Again, it's getting boring. It's like, why do I keep watching? Why do you keep, like, how about we have her do something? And I'm not counting what she did at the because then they have a match with Tamina and Natalya against Shayna and Nia again, a rematch. Which I'm like, wait a minute, you just lost last night. Why are you getting a rematch? How's that allowed? But the other, whatever, the other teams don't get that, but these two do. What? That wasn't even that good of a match. And then you have Alexa Bliss comes out at one point towards the end, and she just stands up at the ramp, laughing, holding Lilly, and then Reginald, the black guy, or not quotes, but he is black, but that guy, he literally, like, he's standing on the steps, and then like the corner of the corner rope pole things, as if Alexa Bliss is like Kane or something, and she stole his entrance. I guess she literally goes out of the top of the pole and the corner ropes, and Reginald, I guess he's supposed to. Oh, my eyes! Or he's Harvey Dent now, or Two-Face now, so he got scarred, I guess, because he got burned in the face. Oh my God! So he's screaming in pain, and then Shayna's stunned, as if she's never seen fire come out of the ring before. That gives, I believe, Natalya or one of them. I think it was Tamina. Gives Tamina or Natalya the chance to, do her in and get the 1, 2, 3, and then that's it. And then that's all they do, I guess. And I don't know what that was all about, because it's like, I mean, Tamina during the segment with Alexa Bliss, she kind of threatened her, but then I'm like, you saved them you saved their match interfering. So I'm like, oh, whatever. But then she's like, but then I remember the line where she says, "Well, Lilly likes them," or they're lucky that Lilly likes them. Otherwise, she would mess them up. Which I'm like, I don't know how, because it's like, what all can they really do? It's a freaking doll, and it's TV, and there's not really. I mean, granted, if you want to have her possess, I would assume Alexa Bliss, maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's possessing her, and that's how she gets her powers. Also, I mean, because she ditched the Fiend, so it's like, did she kill the Fiend? I guess I don't know, because like again, like and you haven't heard I haven't heard anything about Bray at all. And Randy Orton, I guess he decided that, you know what, I win, I beat the Fiend, so I'm up out here. I'm teaming up with this frat dude who doesn't wear shoes or socks in the freaking ring. Because and he's not, I can see if he was like a UFC fighter and that's like part of their thing. But no, like that's all he, like I don't even think there's really a reasoning why he doesn't wear shoes. He wears flip flops or sandals or whatever, but he doesn't. Because then he kicks them off in his entrance, which I'm like, why would you? And then I believe there was a segment a year or so after, back, I think last year sometime, where there was a segment about his feet, where they literally were talking about his feet, and they literally show his feet on the. And I'm like, why is this on my phone? Because I was out skating at the time when I was watching this. I saw like they pan down and like they do a quick shot of his feet, and then they're like, I don't know what they were saying because I didn't have subtitles on, but that was so dumb. And it's like, again, why is he teamed up with Randy Orton, one of the best wrestlers? I'm not really a big fan of Randy. I'm a fan of his, I will admit, but I'm not like hardcore. I'm, he's pretty cool, and when he wants to be in the ring, when he's allowed to be anyway. But why is he tagged with this frat dude who, again, doesn't wear shoes in the ring or wrestling boots or socks? We have to smell his smelly feet, his crusty feet. But yeah, I don't get it. Like, maybe I'm missing something. Somebody can explain to me why he's tagged with him, with the Legend Killer, who should be in the Hall of Fame, like in 5 years, maybe 6 or 7 or 8. But yeah, I was watching this, and I'm like, why is he with him together? And what are they doing? What are we doing with them? They're not going for the titles, I would assume. Or are they? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention to this. I don't want to watch this. I want to see Randy Orton go crazy in the ring and RKO a couple of people and win matches and good storylines and not be stuck to the hip with this guy who's also from NXT and a bit of a rookie. I would say Cesaro is a better. I'd rather, well, I guess because he's on SmackDown, so never mind. But I don't know, why even team Randy up with anybody? Like, I don't get it. I mean, granted, like, but yeah, they're stuck. I don't know what they're doing with him or them. I don't know what they're doing with Alexa Bliss. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do anything with her at Hell in a Cell. I just have a feeling. So I'm saying right now, she will not show up at all at Hell in a Cell. I could bet you $50. Or I'll just bet you that she doesn't do anything. interesting next week or the week before after that, or the week after that, or the week after that. Because then it'll be the go home show, which they'll probably do nothing with her but the same thing over and over again. And then do Hell in a Cell with boring matches of women. And then after that, it will be the same thing. Boring. So, like, again, let this girl in the ring. Because, like, I know my channel is not really, a good campaign to do that. Let alone has the numbers for a campaign. But how about we all Alexa Bliss fans or just wrestling fans of women in general? Women's wrestling fans. How about we want Alexa Bliss back in the ring in an interesting way. Give her a good storyline. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I would rather have Shayna Baszler. I said this on Instagram on somebody's thing. I'd rather have Alexa Bliss feud with Shayna Baszler. Why? I don't know. It's different, I guess. Why not? Like, we already saw her fight Nia back in the day. We saw her fight Sasha. We saw her fight everybody else, pretty much. So, and where's? Oh, that's right. Ember Moon. She left. So, like, where is she at NXT? I forget. But why not Shayna Baszler? Like, she never faced her. So, and then they're on the same roster. So it's like, that's a good. I would like to see that. I'm not a fan of Shayna, but I wouldn't mind like seeing her work with Bliss. I know people already, theorizing that, oh, they're building her up to go after the title, so she's gonna go through a couple people in the division, which I'm like, fine, but I don't know if she really needs a title at all. Like what her character is, like supernatural. She don't really need it because, like, is she allowed to lose? I think then they'll just mess her up like the Fiend. They literally did that with her. Like they had her technically ruin him as well. They decided to, he's already ruined and he's already been beaten and battered and wasted enough. So let's put the nail in the coffin with the very person who he turned and taught. Let's take Alexa Bliss, who's way more popular right now than the Fiend, who is supposed to be the actual main attraction of the two, but she kind of stole his, spotlight. Better words to say, and just have her backstab him and literally bleed blood or black blood or whatever it was, black goo over her face and body, and come out of a Jack in the Box, and then have him look all. I guess he's supposed to be concerned, I guess, in that moment, but again, it's a mask, so he can't really. And then have Randy Orton just quickly RKO him, even though it seemed like even if he did that, that wouldn't have done anything. But okay, and then he beats him, and then it just ends with the two, I guess, staring at each other in the dark. Because then the lights go out, and then like, oh. Just wow. And then after that, let's have her literally not really mention the Fiend much, if at all, because we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna pretty much steal what he created and have it all go to her now, and it will ruin it with her down the road, and then rinse, wash, repeat. or wash, rinse, whatever. You get what I'm saying. And so yeah, I guarantee they're probably gonna ruin her and what, maybe, well, maybe not, because I mean, so far they're doing boring stuff with her, so they're not too far from, you know. But I mean, I really hope they don't do no Charlotte Flair versus, or I hope they don't have a match, because I really don't like Charlotte Flair. Nothing against the actual woman, but I just don't like her character. Like, she's not a good wrestler. She can't. She copies as if she's a Uchiha, and she has the Sharingan, and she's able to She copies her daddy so much. Like, nothing is original with her. Like, even her backflips off the top rope. A lot of wrestlers do that. That's not really original. And alone cool to see when you've seen it from other wrestlers that do it way better. It look more cooler, but you know, I don't know. She has her fans. That's cool. No beef with that. No problem. But yeah, overall, I guess I'm not excited for Friday because I don't see what is going to happen excitingly. If anything, interestingly, nothing. Probably the same old, same old. Bailey and boring Belair. Just have Will Smith come in and be. How about you have him stand in for her? Yeah. But I'm not excited for anything so far upcoming with what they're doing right now with Bliss or the women in general. So I don't know. If anybody has any ideas for what they would like to see with this or whatever, comment down below or whatever. Please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and peace and love.